Oh,
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is an Amsterdam Nightfall game. If you are not at least 16 years old, you cannot watch this social. So, for my siblings, subscribe to me, go to bed. We will be opening up in the neutral coffee shop, I believe was the Buzz, if that's the actual name, or
correct.
Maria. Yeah, in the
Yep.
Buzz. And we will start with Ekta because she's new to me.
Um, Ekta is going to um be dressed in her normal um blue scrubs um with her lab coat kind of draped around her arm, um her hair up in a turban, um the steel um ring around her bracelet around her right arm. Um and she is basically just heading in there for a cup of coffee to try and wake herself up for her next 24-hour shift.
I'm going to assume
She
it's.
takes it. She takes it um, with a little bit of milk. And she's just going to sit down and pop open a book.
Okay. I'm going to assume it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay. Maria will come in wearing pretty much that. Again, she looks Hispanic, more of Mexican descent. She'll come in. She'll get herself a cup of coffee as well, and they look like they have. Yep, they have marijuana. So she will get one of those. You know, one of the strains, and find a place to sit, drink, and smoke. Um, does Ekta have a good perception?
Um, Perception is. Give me just 1 second. Perception is 3.
Probably shoot for a roll.
What am I rolling?
Perception and alertness, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Did not realize we were going to be rolling. Give me just one moment here. If somebody wants to keep going.
Yep.
Well, I guess then Valkyrie will come in. She always has her spirit sense on, so don't start with me. Well, spirit vision, whatever you want to call it, people. Uh she's dressed sort of like what's in the picture, except like her Lolita dress has like a hard, like shiny black leather corset style vest over the top of it, and she's wearing like thigh high platform boots as she goes, and she orders a decaf vanilla caramel because unlike other people, she's not big into coffee caffeine.
Give me 1 sec. I actually have to open something too. Um, so for the spirit stuff, how is? Are you just making up what you see as far as medium's concerned?
uh it would generally be the SP describing how you would look to her, but generally there's a specific like view for different things. You could describe it however you want.
Okay. Because I have medium too, and I wasn't sure how he was running with it. Okay, give me 1 second. Did any of us sit in relation to one another, or uh, anything along those lines?
Valkyrie would have sat at a table where she could have watched both of you.
Okay. And you said she has aura, some sort of aura perception.
Yeah, she has her spirit vision up.
I believe that is going to actually be where you look pale, Maria, and I sparkle.
Yes.
And that was 2 successes with a normal difficulty, which is what I'm assuming.
All right, I'll shoot you on the side. I'm just making assumptions. We can always hash stuff out with John later, but it makes sense to me, so I will shoot you miss on the side. And I need to open the book because I also have our perception up.
I mean, I can do spirit sense.
I mean, we can all do spirit sense. All right, here we go. Okay, is there anything? Okay, there is a roll. I just wasn't sure for mine. Now I know. Okay, shooting miss on the side.
I believe it's a difficulty 5. Yep, I am.
Okay, mine is.
Yeah.
This is going to be the most riveting scene ever to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I apologize for my slowness. I'm just gotta get the rolls going, and then I have to.
It's perfectly fine. Literally, we have one viewer, and I'm pretty sure I know who that viewer is.
Holly?
No, I'm pretty sure it's my little sister who keeps wanting to play with us, but Dad said she's too young.
Oh. I think I started playing this at 15.
She gets to role play. She plays World of Darkness. She's too young to play with my group of friends online.
That's fair.
Sounds about like me and my little group of nephews.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Okay, I'm good. I just shot that to her, and Valkyrie notes pale aura and whatnot, and she seems frazzled. Well, no, it's just for our. It's not our perception. It's just for How's it work?
Basically, it's just going to look really, really pale.
Okay, so no emotion or anything in there. Just
I can.
oh, I mean for Valkyrie.
I'm pretty sure spirit vision doesn't pick up on emotional changes. I would need to use one of my other visions for
I think
that.
it's mind.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm good. I'm gonna roll my. Oh, if I was gonna say Valkyrie, if Maria notices anyone looking at her, she'll just kind of wave, like give a half wave.
I'll give a half wave back.
She'll just kind of peek over the I guess they're like divider walls or something. Hey, how you doing?
Doing okay. How about you?
Good.
Haven't
What's
seen
up?
you around.
I work nights. I'm usually out. Is Acta in Scrubs?
Yep.
You work at a hospital?
I do, actually. Well, kind of what passes for one. I work in a hospice facility.
Oh. I wonder if I know some of your patients.
I don't know. I can't really say.
I'm a mortician.
Ah, I'm really surprised I haven't seen you around then.
I own my own little funeral home and whatnot. But yeah, just, you know, busy at night. I usually do most of my work at night. It's quiet.
Oh, yeah. So I take it you do mostly backroom stuff?
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah. Maria, she'll offer her hand. She has an accent. Again, I'm not going to try to do it because yeah,
Nice to meet you, Maria. I'm Dr. Ekdasadana.
pleasure. She'll get up and move to sit next or not next to her, across from her. She'll hold out the joint and offer it to her.
About how big is the actual coffee shop?
That's a good question. That the description is suspiciously silent on. So it's a lounge cafe, cyber cafe, coffee lounge. So it's overlooking one of the canals. Glass doors. It's got a patio, plants.
Okay, so maybe 1,000 square feet minimum.
Yeah, it sounds, I mean, it would sound right to me, but
So I could hear you guys unless you were whispering.
yep.
Probably.
Okay, then right before she sips her decaf vanilla caramel, because sweet, sweet goodness, she's going to mutter, "Doctors are a trap," and then sip.
Doctors are a trap? Oh, that I wish we were. Huh.
Rio will like glance to see who said it. Is Valkyrie trying to act like she didn't or anything, or
Oh no, no, she's quite upfront that she was the one who said it.
why don't you come over?
I don't know. Is she going to give me electric shock?
No. Nowhere close to it.
All right then, and she'll come over.
I'm pretty sure electroshock is barely a thing, if at all.
No, it's actually making a resurgence from what I read. Granted, I am not a psychiatrist.
It doesn't work. It's not fun. And it sucks when your mother gets it for you when you're 10. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm sorry that
It's my
ouch.
fault.
Maria just blinks. That's a lot to unpack. I'm Maria. Yeah.
I'm Valkyrie.
I am Ekdasadana.
Oh, is that your name or your name?
That is what I am called.
Valkyrie just smiles and sips her coffee.
She'll kind of glance between them.
So Maria,
Mhm.
family business? I mean, did your parents do this?
No,
Or oh,
nope. Got into it on my own. My dad actually owns his own construction company.
nice. Quite a jump.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of CSI, and it just kind of seemed like the next best thing.
I can see that.
What about you?
I never really knew my parents.
Sorry to hear that.
That happens.
She'll look to Valkyrie. So, what do you do? And
I have a great deal of odd jobs. My main one consists of taking samples from tombstones. I make copies of the dates of birth, death, the names. When I'm not doing that, I tend to do volunteer work at veterinary offices, morgues, or at daycares with children.
you work
What?
at daycares?
I volunteer at them. Like if they're doing field trips, I go to keep the children together.
Oh,
What sparked your interest in taphophilia?
It helped calm some of my childhood symptoms. It was relaxing and gave me a sort of connection being a homeschool student.
I can see that. Children.
hmm.
The pattern doesn't fit.
She just smirks.
What pattern?
Well, there's the taphophilia.
Mm-hmm.
There is the animals,
Mm-hmm.
and there are children. It's like you're drawn to either the very beginning or the very end, the transition thereof. And there's a very pointed look
At who?
at Valkyrie.
Is there something you're trying to say, ma'am?
I find myself drawn to the transitions as well.
Oh, do tell.
She'll kind of bring her voice a lot lower than what I actually can without, because I'm scared it's going to come across as mumbled. I am Yamavani.
She kind of raises an eyebrow, looks over at Maria.
Maria looks at her.
Are you sure we should talk about something like that in front of mixed company?
Hmm.
There's a reason why I brought my tone down.
She just looks pointedly at Maria at this point.
Yes.
You look dead.
She looks at herself. She actually looks like fairly alive. Blush of health. No, I don't.
She'll kind of, Ekta's going to kind of, lean in and basically, you're not breathing.
Oh, crap.
Thus, I said mixed company.
Just kind of back up a little, seeming a little wary.
Don't worry, you're not the first dead thing I've talked to.
Okay. Just kind of glance at Ekta and then scoot back in. Okay, I've got one success.
Sadly, I don't have the rolling open, so I can't see what you're rolling or for what.
Our perception. I gotta. It's apparently one per. So. Oh, okay. Ekta, is your aura pale or bright?
It is sparkle.
Okay.
It really, I can't answer any other way than sparkle.
That's fine. So she'll kind of glance between them. You said mixed?
I will put this simply as your lovely medical friend can understand, and if she thinks you're worthy of trusting, she can explain it. I walk in the lands of shadow.
She'll glance to Ekta.
She walks in between the worlds. Do you really think that this is the only world there is? The skin land?
Oh, no. I mean, I assume not.
Well, there you have it.
Okay. So
Valkyrie is just smiling. You seem very uncomfortable. I feel like we have you like a mouse in a corner.
I don't get out too much as far as knowing other people that deal with this sort of stuff.
It's all right. We all have our flaws. Draven can join them at the buzz at any time he wants.
Another new person that I really don't. Oh,
Okay. They're starting with their headset. So, for layman's terms, I throw magic. Is all she whispers, chuckling.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Just think Harry Potter, but less private school, more darkness.
Yeah, Draven will walk in looking Raven-like. Dressed nice and wanting a nice cup of coffee. Is anybody here that I've met before?
I'm pretty sure you and Valkyrie have met.
I've met Valkyrie, yes. That was the first person I ever met.
Yep.
I'll nod at her as I order an espresso.
Given the fact that I have, Jesus, how many? 3 successes on spirit or aura perception. What are you? Bright? Are you pale? Are you sparkly? What are you?
It's sparkly. Sparkly, I think, is the way to go with this. If you're
A good way to describe Valkyrie's, because I can't remember what Draven's is, and I'm being asked in the side chat what Val's is also. Hers is like a mixture of white and black, and it makes almost like skeletal like figure marks across her, which is similar to how one of the forms her avatar takes. She'll actually get up and she'll go over to Draven and shake his hand and be like, "It's so good to see you again."
It's been a while, yeah. Just settling in. How are you doing this fine evening? It's Valkyrie, correct?
Yes, I'm making new friends. I think I scared one of them, though, which will motion at Maria when she says that part.
I'll nod in that direction. Well, scaring people is always somewhat entertaining. Scaring how, though? Because there's multiple ways you could scare somebody.
She looks Mexican. The picture is not correct,
Oh, okay.
but the hair is right. Just the skin tone and everything.
Okay. My character literally looks exactly like my picture, except for I'm paler than that. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh. So, did the evening find you well?
For myself, quite.
Yes. Good. I still haven't really been around the city. I've just been getting myself organized and set up and all that fun stuff. I haven't
Well,
really checked in.
at least you're doing something and not just hiding like Aaron. Come join us at the table.
Oh, okay. As soon as my coffee comes, I'll pay for it and head over to the table. I don't believe I've met either of you. I'm Draven. It's nice to meet you. I'll hold out my hand to shake.
Yep, we'll take it.
Maria will shake. She's a bit cold. Maria?
Pleasure to meet you. Draven, you said?
Yes. There is a aura about him that kind of sends chills up people's spines and definitely has like it's probably about 5 degrees colder around as you get closer to him. So
That's a little resonance.
Yeah. It'd be very familiar to you, Valkyrie.
Oh, I'm sure.
So is this like the happening coffee spot then?
Looks to be that way.
That's the way I get lucky. I walk into a theater, it's the happening theater. I walk into a coffee shop, happening coffee shop. I like that. It's a good
So
way
what
to
did
meet
you see at the
people.
theater? So what did you see at the theater?
I met Valkyrie at the theater.
Oh.
And
I heard about this theater. I'm gonna have to go and
who were the other people that were there? There was a little person.
I don't believe they like to be called little people.
Well, not like that. I don't know. She was fun. I can't. I'm terrible with names.
There's lots of noise at the theater, so short intervals of visits is good, but longer than an hour or two, you're going to get a headache.
Yeah, I get that.
Most people can't be as quiet as our cold friend over there. We're talking about your merits compared to other people.
Oh, the not talking thing? I just don't, know anybody, so I'm just kind of gauging everything.
Well, how do you normally take time to get to know people? He'll kind of sit and steeple his fingers in front of him as like.
Are you trying to evaluate us?
Am I trying to what?
Evaluate us.
Oh no! I just trying to if she hasn't gotten to know anybody, what do you do to get to know people? Are you from around here?
No, I'm from Arizona.
Huh. Arizona.
Yeah.
I've never been to the United States.
Lots of desert.
My parents were on a base in Okinawa when I was born. So I've been
neat.
there and here. Yeah.
Marines then?
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So you're from Arizona.
Mhm.
Do you do anything exciting for a living?
I'm
Like a job?
mortician.
Mortician? That's
Mhm.
exciting.
Can be. And kind of gross at times with the manner in which people go, but I've actually been looking into there's been some weird murders recently, and I'm going to look into examining the bodies.
So you do kind of coroner work, or is this
No, just
spooky murders?
it it has been curious, so figured I'd look into it. Yeah, if the families maybe give them a discount or something.
Well, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
So I
other than
think
that,
you opened up your own. You opened up your own funeral home because I don't necessarily. I'm not entirely convinced that a chain would let you do that.
no, I have my own. I liquidated what I had back home and used it for over here.
Are you doing it respectfully?
Doing liquidating my finances.
No, the funeral home.
Yeah,
I don't care what you do with your money. As long as you
uh,
don't piss anyone off.
not that I know of. I'm sure it's I'm not filling the bodies with graffiti, confetti or anything.
Oh my god!
Valkyrie's face is scrunched up. I do not like that mental image.
I mean,
I don't know why, but I just had a mental image of a glitter bomb, and that this was an awful glitter bomb and terrible.
I mean,
Oh,
if
nasty.
What is a glitter bomb?
I
What?
will buy you one.
I will show you. I'll pull out my phone and just show you a YouTube video of like a glitter bomb. It's awful. It's really funny though when people steal packages and then the package is actually a glitter bomb.
She slowly blinks and she goes, as awful as this is, I know 4 people who deserve one of these sent to them.
Yikes!
Yeah.
But no, I have not done that yet. But
I wonder
know.
if the spirits of the dead care what happens to their bodies after they're gone?
I imagine some would.
I'm just curious.
I don't know.
I
For
actually
sure.
don't know.
I assume. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, the last disturbingly non-human thing I dealt with was a Nidhogg in the Shadowlands who told me I didn't belong. Sips the coffee more.
There are things in there are non-human things in this world. He'll look all confused.
Do you remember Ear from the theater?
Yeah, I was.
She changed into a big scary wolf that eats faces.
Oh, that would be awful. Well, to have your face eaten, seeing someone turn into a big scary wolf would be pretty amazing. As long as they're not aimed at me.
We had a lovely first meeting. She thought my silver knife was for her and her friends. I didn't know at the time what they were, but I had to explain to them I need my knife to perform my abilities.
I'll lean over to Valkyrie and kind of just, are all these people okay to talk in front of them?
She'll whisper back, Ekta is like us, and Maria's already dead.
thanks for saying all this.
What? I wasn't talking about. Okay, I was talking about you. Sorry. I was more worried about the other people than you because I made an assumption there, which I probably should never do. But
They're all like low voice talking at a table away from the others anyway that are there. So. Not to mention, pretty sure I was informed this place is neutral town, so I'm assuming more than us come here.
That's awesome. I'm meeting. It's very nice to meet you, though, Ekta. Are you wearing scrubs right now?
Yep. And then
Where do you work?
I work at the hospice center about a mile east of here.
She's decent. She assured me she's not a trap.
No, I do not. I do not do that type of treatment, if you want to call it that.
See, what comes to mind when you say trap is I think of like a girl boy from like TV, where it looks like a woman but it's a man.
Valkyrie is slowly blinking at her. Now talk to me as if I don't own a TV, because I don't.
A transvestite.
Oh.
A good transvestite.
How is that a trap?
Is that like
Because-
some slang or something?
Yes.
Oh. You need to remember I'm 18 and I don't get out much.
I will keep that in mind. Would you like a TV?
No, it rots the brain.
How about a computer?
I have a computer.
You could look things up on the computer.
Yes, I usually research for college and stuff on it.
Oh, good. Okay. I can recommend a few things then.
I feel like I should say I need a more adult than I at this moment when it involves these terms and internet.
I am an adult.
She like raises an eyebrow. Do you really count though?
Sure. You're 18 and I've got several years on you. He looks more like an adult. She motions to Drevin.
No, I just look. I'm styled for my age. I'm only 19, actually.
Okay, so there you go, Acta. You're the resident adult for Valkyrie.
An adult.
Yep. I apparently don't look adult enough for her, so.
God help it.
It's not so much that you don't look an adult. It's I don't know how old you were when you embraced eternity. So
25.
What's it like living forever?
Shitty.
I was going to say, I don't think they actually live forever.
Well,
I just think they're long-lived. I
She
wouldn't know.
shrugs.
I'm not really an expert on them. I've only met like 3 of them. One being a
I've done some studies.
I mean, there was one woman I met, I'm pretty sure with like Maria, who kept inviting me into her bordello and saying I could make a lot of money.
What do you mean, like Maria?
Like cold, like you.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
She
being
gave me a
cold.
she gave me a bunch of these passes for one-night trips to it to pass out. And she'll hand Maria one that actually has the logo for the Giovanni in the logo of the bordello.
Oh god, you're crossing the streams.
Yeah.
Okay. So
This is literally how I invite
Pants
people
pocket.
to scene with my other character, by the way.
that's fair.
Because Valkyrie is my character that gets out the most.
So, Drevin, what do you do for a living?
I'm between jobs at the moment. I just moved out here. I'm trying to,
Driven. They hire men too.
oh, no, that's okay. I'm more looking for Oh, I had a dojo back in Japan that I taught at, so I could probably do something like that here, or I could just find like a normal job.
I could use help.
That don't bother me. What do you?
Um, I
What do
mean,
you pay?
I'd have to look at like wages and stuff, but I could work. I can afford you.
Okay.
Um, learning the fight would be nice. Um, since you already know like stuff during the day.
Hmm.
You good with people?
I think so. You guys seem to not hate me.
You've got the look for.
Yes, but here's the thing. People who come to a funeral home are in dire stress.
Maybe I should go with Draven and do some work for Maria. 2 heads are better than 1, as they say.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
Let me look at my numbers and I'll get back to you both here. She'll hand them both the card.
Ooh,
Got the
thank
number
you.
and the name on it.
Valkyrie will tuck it into a little, vintage gothic pocketbook full of other people's cards that she's collected over the past year.
Yeah. What can I have you do? The fighting thing would be good. Valkyrie, you already do a bunch of stuff with people, so that would be good.
I can also help with a little bit with the autopsies prep if you need that. Or if you
Always
just
use,
need something cleansed.
yeah, sure. Can always use an extra hand. Make it go by quicker.
I can make sure your funeral home is clean from bugs from a certain other person of our kind I know who has a habit of spying.
Oh,
Sure.
the rather cold one?
The machine one, yes.
Yeah.
There's a machine.
Is he like this machine? And I'll pull up on YouTube the Russian machine comedian.
No, he likes to think he's a machine, but he's not.
No.
He also likes to leave little spy cameras all around. I found
Yeah, I don't like that.
6 in my graveyard.
That's a little intrusive.
We're a morbid group of people.
I used to be less morbid.
That's not even the half of it.
Hospice nurse, person, mortician. We have like all the stages here. It's like
He looks over at Draven. We have a nurse. We have the morgue person. We have.
Greybeard.
She motions to Draven. What does that make you then?
Corpse.
Complicated.
So
We can talk about that sometime in private.
3 women of death and a man walk into a coffee shop is all Valkyrie says with a smirk.
So you work in a hospice, you said, Ekta?
Yes.
How does the arrangements usually go? Does it go through your hospice? I know some handle that.
We make contact with wherever the family has done their pre-need through.
Gotcha. Okay.
We're the ones that usually make the first call because, expect it or not, it's pretty traumatic.
Well, if I guess if you ever have any family who needs help money wise with one, I can always like throw a discount or two out there and make it cheaper.
Absolutely. I wouldn't, I wouldn't mind taking a few brochures for intake.
Sure. She'll dig into her purse and pull out one, hand to her, and pull out a couple more.
She'll take it and put it in her uh not billfold folder.
Yeah. Anyway, nothing about me trying to pitch my work.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, you invited us to work with you. It's only fair. You're welcome to come to the graveyard and see me work sometime.
Then you just collect like pictures or something from the headstones, or
I take paper and charcoal to the headstones.
okay, well, that's pretty neat.
When I'm not doing that, I'm putting fresh flowers on the graves, or tidying up any trash left behind, or scaring teenagers off who decide that's where they should fuck.
Always kind of grossed me out. There's some kids from school who used to do that.
Do what? What?
Fuck.
Oh.
Have sex, fornicate,
Oh.
In a graveyard.
unwedded bedding.
Snogging.
Okay. I
Shagging.
understand what y'all saying.
Yes, for some reason, some of the local younger than me teenagers have decided
fellatio.
graveyard is the best place to get naked and dance.
Don't see the
Sounds
dance.
like
Sex I could see.
I was using a code word.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, well, anyway.
I think the youngest I've seen there have been traumatizing to the point I've handed them health books and condoms.
Good call.
Gross. Ugh.
16-year-olds shouldn't do that, especially if they're not married.
16-year-olds can't take care of the resulting offspring.
Report an actor at that point, too. Another reason to add to the list.
I'm sorry, Heather did not catch that, huh?
Another reason not to add to the list.
So you carry condoms around on you to give to teenagers?
Usually if I go, since I've caught them doing this in the graveyard, yes.
Okay.
I've also given them to an elderly pair I've caught in their car at the graveyard.
How old? No, you know what? Never mind.
I'd say maybe 40s, 50s.
Yeah, that's not as bad as I was thinking.
No.
I guess that leads back to, have you called elderly couples trying to
sexual dysfunction is not a normal part of aging.
It's not?
No.
Another thing Mother was wrong about.
gross?
Gross.
Again, homeschooled.
My reality has been destroyed just now, and that wasn't a no, Ecto. That was a dodge.
That was a dodge.
Mm-hmm. You just said it's not a normal part of aging, so I'm assuming yes, you have caught old people trying to make the motion with their fingers.
Let's just say that they live where I work. Typically speaking, I knock. I have been asked to come back if someone is being particularly amorous.
Okay, I'm good. I should have asked.
I was going to say, it's not as bad as catching a doctor with a patient when you're at the hospital.
That's very true. Oh my God.
I mean, what if the doctor's dating the patient?
You can't do that.
You're from a legal point of view, if it's someone you're in a relationship with or related to, you're supposed to stand down and let another doctor take the case.
Huh.
It makes you too emotional. You can't think clearly.
Yeah, there is such a thing as professional detachment.
Now you know, Drevin.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Not to be confused with G.I. Jose.
No.
But I
No.
mean,
He's a
to be
national treasure.
fair to those who fornicate in public, I wouldn't have learned half of what I know now if I hadn't caught them.
Really?
You've never had the birds and the bees talk.
Oh, no, I have, but the book my mother gave me literally was, I believe, Ear used the term Mel on top missionary, and that was the only position it talked about, and it was strictly for making children.
Do you
Oh.
have the book?
Oh, yes. Hold on a moment. And she like pulls out a bunch of books from her bag and starts digging through them, and then hands like a little like from the 50s paperback.
She'll take it. Mind if I borrow it?
Sure.
Put it away. You know, just in case.
God. I mean,
So,
done.
this is leading to more questions, and I don't know if I want to know. So, did you stop them, or did you watch to find out?
No, I stopped them as soon as I realized what they were doing.
Okay.
I'm not a deviant.
I don't know. This is Amsterdam. There's all sorts of stuff going on here.
What's wrong with Amsterdam? I was born and raised here.
Well, for example, they have something that's different than most of the states is marijuana, for example, is legal.
It helps you relax.
Used to. Um,
Oh, see, this player does not condone the use of any substances. Back in character now.
Out of character. I live in Indiana. I'm literally surrounded by 4 states that approve marijuana use recreationally, and we don't.
I've never been a fan, but I don't judge.
I don't judge either, honestly. I just can't do it because I'm allergic, so.
I'm on medication for all my mental health stuff, so I don't do anything outside of my medication for mental health stuff.
Yes.
Out of
PSA
character
for people
too.
watching.
Yeah.
All right, back in character.
I mean, it worked for my mother. My mother said it was a good health book, so it worked to explain everything to me. And
The
I've
one you letting me borrow?
yes,
Sounds fantastic.
it's
Yeah,
the book
it's-
my mother used, the book my grandmother used. It's passed down every generation through the schooling they do.
Gonna get you a better one?
I mean, I do also have the internet. If I really must grow curious, I'm sure the Google can help me if I really need it.
I find it adorable that you called it the Google.
That's it. Let's just ask Dr. Google everything.
No.
Oh no. That's stupid.
Hector, do you want to explain how the birds and the bees work correctly for her?
I think she has the basics down. She's handing out condoms.
It'd be good to hear it from a doctor, though, and I'm not a doctor, so.
I mean, I know condoms protect for the most part, but they don't stop everything. So, and it's not like I actually need this, but if others are going to be active, I'd rather give it to them than, when I go in for my checkup at the health center, them giving me a bunch of boxes because at my age, I need them.
Yeah, it is kind of insulting that, but I mean, better safe than sorry.
Drevin's between jobs, so he can't explain it either.
Explain what?
Drevin's between jobs, so he can't explain the birds and bees either. He's not qualified.
I can explain it.
You're not
That-
qualified.
I know things.
That's not germane.
I know things.
You're not a doctor.
I am not a doctor.
You dress like one, though. I like your suit.
It
Thank
is a
you.
very nice suit. I really like your tie, and she'll actually like reach over and adjust it some for him.
It is quite a lovely tie. Just if he were a doctor, I wouldn't touch it. Those things are literally they tested, and a doctor's tie is one of the most germy things in a hospital setting.
I'm not shocked. I remember watching this one show where the doctor kept his tie like hanging, and the other doctor kept telling him to put it away, like or tuck it in or clip it, and he didn't. And she walked by him and cut it because it was
Yes.
getting in things.
Yes.
While you guys are talking, you see a bottle of hand sanitizer produced from Valkyrie's bag, and she begins putting it on her arm all the way up to the shoulders.
Not a doctor. Very clean tie.
Sure.
Nope, they've ruined ties for me.
Oh, you know what?
That's
I don't
just-
know.
Only doctors. I mean,
Did Did I wash my hands before? Because I just got done working on a.
Her eyebrow twitches. You can keep the bug.
I don't
Victor is
know.
literally going to do a face palm right here. Just
I don't know. Can I borrow the hand sanitizer?
You can have the hand sanitizer. I have 3 other bottles, and
Oh, thank you.
you can keep the bug. I'll find another copy.
Oh no, I didn't actually. I'm just messing with you. I'm not going to keep your family heirloom book of Jesus sex.
It actually is basically referencing sex to Jesus through the
Yes.
pages. It's a highly Catholic religious
Thank
help.
you. Yes, think of Jesus in the missionary position.
I mean,
I don't want to.
I don't worship Jesus. My mother is Catholic. Well, her family is Catholic. I'm not.
I think
Most of mine is.
I mean, I was raised Catholic, but thank the shadows I found a new path.
Ekta's just gonna smile.
Maria will look back though.
Speaking of which, I believe our little machine friend and several others have come up with a rather terrifying thing.
Oh no. What has he come up with now?
A machine that will destroy an Atman.
a what?
She'll point to Drevin.
Valkyrie has slowly moved her decaf vanilla caramel latte over in front of Draven so she can put both her elbows on the table and is leaned forward and goes, "How and why?"
Between him and the Hermetics and apparently one of our own, they have created a wonder. This thing pulls from the other planes and was originally designed to pull in quintessence from all around and to keep it from being tapped into. If someone tapped into it who did not have the correct paradigm, it would create a feedback loop. Now they are trying to get it so that this feedback loop that will burn out the Atman, that they don't even have to tap into it. They just point at it and just zap it.
This is like a game, right? Like WoW or something. Like,
No.
It will
So-
destroy. It's worse than Gilgal.
so like Knights of the Old Republic, or what are we talking about?
So basically, this is something that needs to be cleaned out of the city so that we can have our own situations of energy handled.
What's an
It
omen?
gets worse. Let's up the ante a little bit, shall we?
Oh God, why?
They're planning on using it.
Huh?
Whoa, wait, what?
They're planning on using it.
Who?
Aaron decided that he wanted to point it at the church and burn out a Templar who, yes, wants to put us back on the wheel, wants to burn him out.
So you're telling me Aaron is sinking to a level of depravity that is almost the same as the Templar?
Yes, I am begging Achilles to give me enough time to attempt to go to this Templar and see if I cannot do my Dharma. I don't expect for it to succeed. He's too zealous. I'm to the point of going to the Akashiana.
I have no problem killing the Templar.
Neither do I.
But what Aaron is doing is highly dangerous to everyone and is almost manic. Why would you use something so dangerous to the whole city on one enemy?
I don't know how this is going to handle to his sleepers, his hedge mages. If they just take and blast this thing in a at a mass, potentially he is going to burn out even the potential of ever awakening any of these avatars.
Is there a way to get the Cliff Notes version of this for Draven and myself?
Pretend, well, Draven's not much different than us, but pretend the Almond, I believe I said that wrong, is a big, strong cannon. And the Templar in the church is a Templar, an enemy of your people, will pretend, hiding among civilians, unarmed people. And it not only challenges that enemy, it challenges to destroy you, your army, and everything around it, the cannon you're choosing to use.
Oh, they can get it so that it only goes to a specific paradigm.
The problem is I don't trust him enough to have the power to control it to that precise of a channel of target.
I don't trust this thing at all. And there is nothing saying that this Templar, while yes, he needs to be dealt with, near as I can tell, he isn't Naraka.
No, it's not.
No.
We're up to 3 viewers, by the way. This is amazing.
Wait a minute, what? We're up to 3 what?
Oh, we were at 3 viewers. Now we're back down to 1. Yeah, no. Valkyrie is not happy.
What's a Naraka?
It's a very big, very dangerous weapon.
It is someone who has had their...
She's motioning at Ekta while she talks.
It is a very, 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 very evil Atman. Very evil.
What's an Oddman?
Cannon.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. See, I can keep up. Thank you, Draven.
No, it's how I roll. I'm helpy like that. Oh God. So this sounds awful. I've heard of Aaron, but I have not met him.
I don't need decaf anymore. I need something stiff and hard, like alcohol.
Oh.
She reaches
I was
into
going to
her
say, I think
bag.
there's a book. I think there's a book for that.
She reaches into her bag and will slide her a bottle. It looks like a sort of tequila.
Akela seems to equate this to the gift of the good death. I can't call this a good death.
No.
A good death simply puts you back on the wheel. Better luck next time. It severs you from the karma and lets you learn. This doesn't let him learn.
We need to talk to Aaron, and we need to find someone higher up who can tell our Aaron no.
Who among the Mercurial is over him? I literally just got here a few months ago.
I don't know. I've never met anyone of his practice but him. And he comes off as a student, and I just finished my apprenticeship.
He has to have a guru.
He does. So I would suggest next time we all meet, we call for his guru to come forth. He may be acting without his teacher even knowing.
It's enormous. I have no idea how on earth. I mean, you should see this thing. It takes up an entire warehouse room almost.
I mean, worst case scenario, he may be pissed. But I know how to put some items in there that will make that disappear. You can't use a weapon that dangerous in the city if it's blown to smithereens.
You're not wrong.
No, but the knowledge is still there.
Just make another
They'll
one.
just build another one.
Will take him just as long. And I doubt he has the energy to keep building them if we keep smashing them.
Well, I mean, if he's that willing to use said cannon, why wouldn't he try to kill you for blowing up his thing?
Because he likes my ass.
That's it.
Meh. Put me back on the wheel. Okay.
Pretty much every girl among the traditions has been checked out by him. And notes on what their best features have been presented to them.
It's mildly creepy.
Yes. I mean, if we could break his connection to the internet, that could probably help some too.
What is he virtual?
He's mercurial, yeah. I mean, if I can just get Akalis to budge even the slightest little bit. Because this is all done under the society.
Maybe one of my friends could help. I know Akalis. I don't know much about him, but we could go to Ankle and see if he could help.
At this point, I'm willing to try. If I'm willing to go to the Akashiana, I am willing to do anything. Especially with our bad blood.
I mean, the only other thing I could think of is getting him distracted. He likes to learn things. He likes to know about the world. Something he doesn't understand, though, and she'll motion to Maria, are the cold ones. If we could get him distracted on that for a little while. And I don't mean in a violent way. I just mean in a, oh, what's this kind of way.
How can we be sure that he won't turn violent?
Well, I mean, it's not like he's immune to their gifts.
Mm.
I hate to say it, but if he had his ass kicked, he might learn a lesson. And they're not going to kill him immediately unless he strikes to kill one of them. And no one's going to hold it against him at that point.
I mean, do you know one that would do that for you?
She kind of scrunches up her face. One that might talk to Aaron. I know one that might talk to him. But I don't know if she would like him. She can be... What's the word I'm looking for?
Is Aaron the one who's dating someone? Or
Not that I know of. He's pretty much, mostly machine.
I've known of a few girls he's tried to... Well, he says he wasn't, but yeah. He was trying. Maybe the one with that rose symbol for her group that he was interested in talking to. I don't know what their big schmick is, but she didn't seem like she'd kill him.
Either that or it's an iron fist within a velvet glove and we just haven't felt the iron.
That is true. But if I go to talk to her, I'm going to have to sit there and let her pet my hair and tell me how I should smile more.
I just want to brush her hair.
What does it matter if we smile?
Makes people feel comfortable, I guess.
There's a time and a place for a smile, in my opinion, and all I knew was she was dead. I didn't know anything about her abilities, and she pretty much held the attention of everyone in the room.
I don't know. I mean, maybe as long as he doesn't do anything stupid, they might. I mean, I don't know.
I say take the rest of the next day or so to think about it. We'll figure out what we have planned. Meet up, because no offense, I'm pretty sure Aaron, though, has what's the word? A group he works with. And I'm pretty sure I won't last long if I try to challenge him as a loner of sorts.
well, if you ever need a backup, let me know. I'm actually good at being aggressive.
I'm a diplomat.
It's not so much the aggression or the diplomacy that's the issue. It's usually if you challenge someone who's got a group of supporters, they're going to come up and support.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I remember the word. It's on the tip of my tongue, but it doesn't want to come out.
And at which point they will give you hell.
Yeah. Not something I want to deal with or pull you guys into without a full, happy family of sorts.
Well, you're one of my few friends in town, so I got your back as you need it.
And Valkyrie blushes up.
Maria will smirk.
Don't worry, Maria, you're my friend too.
Huh?
That's
Oh,
just-
You're
that's
just
fine.
she's my longtime friend. You're new friends.
Ekta's just gonna smile and not say anything. It's not a smirk, it's a genuine warm smile.
Thanks. I think that's the first time a fellow will worker has called me friend. Usually it's the wolves that call me that.
Why? I don't understand.
Well, I started a routine I have when people get on my nerves. I start to say things to creep them out, and Aaron has started avoiding me because of that, even though he says we're somewhat friends.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you could creep me out. I've come from a really interestingly dark place.
Well, if I ever decide to accept that challenge, just be prepared.
Well, I'm prepared.
God damn it. Valkyrie shrugs. She doesn't really, in character, know how to respond to that.
He makes a squinty face when he says it too. He's like, "I'm prepared." Squinty face.
Other than that, I mean, we could check with some of the fairies, see what they're up to. Maybe they have some input on this.
Well, I know that whenever I go to try and talk to this Templar, which I'm not entirely convinced he's actually going to show, that there will be someone hiding among the bushes, so to speak. He doesn't really want me going into this by myself.
Would you want us to go with you?
I'll go with you.
Yeah. That would be helpful. Whenever that switch gets thrown, it's do or die.
I'll make sure to bring plenty of my life water.
Ekta's gonna smile. He's
too aggressive.
I'm being told that I don't understand him. I understand him just fine. The most direct route is not always the most ethical route. And if we lose our ethics, then we may as well just disintegrate into psychopathic killers. And all of us become jaw-ridden.
To be fair, Aaron already probably is on the path to that, since most of his paths consist of him pretty much just killing anyone that stands in his way. Or hacking and blackmailing them.
Sounds like a nice person.
So does this mean that he needs...
He needs a lesson, but I don't think he needs any permanent discipline. He needs meditation. Or, as I like to put it with the kids I volunteer with, he needs a timeout. But the Templar does need to start his news cycle and learn from his mistakes.
Absolutely. Here's the thing. Come to find out, that Atman is so pure that it can remember all of its previous cycles.
Oh.
It's not fallen.
That's different.
It's not fallen. It's just really, really sick.
Well, at this point, I'm not sure what we should do right this minute. But we do need to do something.
I am 100% in agreement in doing something. I just want to make sure that whatever we do is justified.
Maria, how many
Hmm?
contacts among your own people do you have that have control over the public masses?
None.
Joy, do you guys have any political leaders among your people that might?
I don't really know a lot about my people.
I was actually going to ask if you could get me in contact with some people who could help us move civilians away from this area.
I can look about.
That would be great.
Sure.
It's untested. How do we know that we've got them far enough away?
We're going to have to try. I would rather have tried and failed than done nothing.
Well, they doing it during the night or the day? Because I mean, church isn't going to be occupied at night. Houses will.
Yeah, I'm more worried about moving them from the houses that are near the church over quite a bit. Maybe
You don't need
a leak or something.
just make a gas leak.
I don't actually want to hurt the people.
And there's too much risk for collateral damage. What we're trying to avoid.
Well,
Valkyrie is going to write her phone number down and hand it to Maria. I'm going to go think on this some. If one of you two could walk me out, that would be great.
I will walk you out.
Oh, so
Ladies,
Nanika has to go cook dinner.
I got to do the same. So, ladies, it was a pleasure to meet you both. I pull out a napkin, write down my number, and give it to Maria and to Ekta. If you need anything, please call.
sure.
Yes,
I'll be in
thank
contact
you.
about work.
All right, thank you very much.
And Ekta is going to write down her phone number and hand it off to the three.
Thanks. We're
Phone
gonna
number exchange.
Valkyrie, let me know.
I will. Shall we meet up in the morning at my garden or the cafe?
Yes. Yes, I can do that.
Draven, you're welcome to meet up with us also, and we'll catch up with you in the evening, Maria, when you're about.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you have anyone else going besides just you three so far, and the men and the person in the bush?
I will have to check, but I could probably get Ear to patrol around that area to keep you safe also, Acta, if I ask her nicely.
I would appreciate it.
And I guess with all of us going our separate ways, except for Draven and Valkyrie, who he's walking out, we can end the scene there because we've been going almost 1 hour and 30 minutes now.
Yep.
And that has been a Nightfall in Amsterdam scene. Thank you, beautiful viewers, for watching. Please stay tuned for upcoming more.